It is the 12th of November. You know, one of my favorite movies was V for Vendetta. And I guess I would still say it's a favorite movie. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, something in plot. It's a really great movie. Natalie Portman is an awesome actress, whatever you say. I am on my way to the place that allows me to continue to live my own dream. I'm going to work, so, and I was taking the most lovely nap earlier today. I did not want to wake up. I don't know if you all have dreams like this. I do. Where I'm in the dream. Okay, back up. You know that state of being where it's just really hard to wake up. Your eyes are like super, super heavy. Sometimes when I'm in that state and I'm sleeping still, while I'm sleeping, I have that same effect going on. And it's really weird. It only happens at that time, but like I'm trying to wake up in the dream, or I'm walking around in the dream with my eyes closed. And I get, because I took dream interpretation, I feel like my former teacher would say that just happens to be a coincidence, but for me, it isn't a coincidence. So, anyways, so I'm on my way to work. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a vista, because we're driving by the marina, and I love the marina. And look at all the beautiful trees. Oh, I love taking this way to work. It just makes me super happy. So, day 12 of 30 of me going live, and I will tell you all, as of a couple of days ago, I did not feel nervous going live like I had been. So the more you do something that you fear, the more courage that you step into, I promise you it does get easier. And even today, before I was heading to work, like, I don't want to fucking go to work today. Like, boo-boo, nanny pants. There's nothing wrong with me physically. I just don't want to go to work today. Also going live. I was just in my little cocoon. But I'm reminded to stay consistent. And I promise you, if there's something in your life that you want and you're working towards, as much as you can be consistent, just those tiny choices, I promise, it will feel better after if you do it versus not. Hello, everybody. I apologize. I'm driving. I would normally say your handles specifically. I can see meow. That one I can see for sure. Hello, hello, hello. I'm doing well. How are you doing? I am driving to work. Oh, maybe you guys can see the water. Can you see how pretty that is? Oh, I love this drive. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right. Hello, Abdul. Awesome, you guys could see it today. I live in Washington State, which is a state within the United States. I'm up near Canada on the West Coast, and it's fall time. We're getting into winter here soon. And within the last, I would say 4 to 5 days, all of the beautiful golden leaves and maroon leaves have officially fallen off the trees. So that is what Earth does, right? It rotates on an axis. Indonesia, hello. That's so cool. I have never been to Indonesia. I would love to go to Indonesia. There's a guy that I watch his YouTube shorts sometimes, and his name is Ryan. And I think he goes on something called Omegle. And he's from New York, but he can speak Russian. And he also speaks Indonesian. So he'll go into these different chat rooms, and he'll start out he basically tricks them into thinking he can only speak English. Man, when you learn another language, you have the ability to connect with millions of minds that you never were able to before. So, Omgeo, is that how you say it? I don't know. Y'all help me out. Okay, you can still see some of the golden leaves on the trees as I'm driving to work. I just find it stunning, but this is the tail end. I don't think they'll be on there for much longer. But that's okay. They will come back. What's y'all's favorite season? And I get not everybody has seasons like I do here. Sometimes people just have a wet or dry season. For me, I really love springtime here because it's like, it just seems like endless possibilities in the springtime for me personally. Hi, Hockey. Chicago. Are you in Chicago, in Chi-Town? I don't really watch the news ever. I don't know if you all do, but I personally don't find it to be a benefiting experience for me. But I have heard that apparently this year we're supposed to be getting a lot of snow north of a certain parallel, 20 to 40% more snow this year than we normally do. I love these drawbridges too. These go up if necessary, if a boat needs to get through. I just think, I don't know when this bridge was built, but I find it cool. What is this? Is this supposed to be like woo woo? Is that what you're wanting me to say? Woo woo woo. Well, if that's what it was, you got it. You're welcome. All right. I have a question for you all while I'm driving. Do you have a dream? And if you have a dream, what is it? And where are you at in the process? Hi, 7C. You know what I found with going live with me? Here, I'll say hi to everybody. Hello, hello. Something that I have found with going live and I've gotten more comfortable with is, and I thank you all for joining me and spending your time here. You could be doing quite literally anything else. But I have learned, oh man, you wouldn't be able to see this, but in the water over here was this most beautiful blue heron crane. I love cranes. I think that they're so magical and majestic. Live on, and I'm just so thankful for anybody that's here to be like concerned with likes. So many people are actually in this live takes away from the love that's actually been created. So, Zombie Parks, how's it going? I remember you said that you had today off. I think you said you had Wednesdays off. I am on my way to work now. I don't really want to go, but alas, I will be there. You know what I mean? You can call me Spiritual Figgy for sure. I'm totally game. If you want to give me a nickname, that's like a term of endearment. I'll take it. You guys can see, I don't know if they have these in other countries, but where I am at and in the US, they have these lights when you're getting ready to get onto a freeway, where they try to manage the flow of traffic. They try to manage the flow of traffic because it's already being congested. So I get to sit, as you can see, at this light, and they slowly let one car go at a time. One at a time, one at a time. And this light was just put in. They didn't used to have this like 2 weeks ago. But why are all American women beautiful? You know what is so funny? I would thank my parents, but it's interesting how certain country that each of us finds something beautiful that is different than another person. You know what I mean? How does the saying go? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And that is so true. Everyone is beautiful to someone. And that someone better be yourself at a very minimum. You better know that you are beautiful to yourself, because that's like so important to just your own existence. You know what I mean? So we are merging onto Interstate 5, I-5, which goes all the way down to California. But I am much further north. I'm a few states further north. Are you gonna go a little faster, dude? There we go. Yes, thank you, Abdul. That is true. I probably will just be talking to you guys for the most part, as opposed to reading so many comments, just to be safe. At Zombie Parks, I don't know exactly what you just said. I can read it back later for sure, because I want to be safe. But yes, that'll be our little secret. For sure. Isn't that cool? That's what's lovely about relationships. You know what I mean? They can be as intimate or unintimate as you desire them to be. So, did you all have a good day? Did you have a good day, Zombie Parks? Do anything, what did you do today? I rested for most of the day, honestly. I cooked some food. I did a couple of loads of laundry. I took my dog on a walk, but that was about the extent of my day. I love cartoons. I love all kinds of cartoons, but in particular, one that I am rewatching for like the umpteenth time is Solar Opposites on Netflix. Maybe they're on Hulu. I'm watching it on Netflix. But yeah. That's so cool. And here's the thing, however you feel is however you feel, right? Like that, we don't want to judge that whatsoever, but everyone also deserves to feel, at peace. So that makes me happy that your pain and hurt was relieved a little bit today. And shoot, it'll come in waves, I'm sure. When I think about, people or relationships I don't have anymore, whether I wanted them out of my life or not, it's still painful. There's still a part of them that lives in your heart. Or just the presence of them in your life that is missing. Even if it was not healthy to be in that relationship at all, right? So, yeah, I hear you. Probably a couple of months ago, I like to smoke cannabis. It's legal where I live. It's not illegal. And I had picked up some indica to smoke in the evening to help me with sleeping. And not even to help me with sleeping. I enjoy the feeling of being high. But for whatever reason, that strain that I smoked that night, I had like not a good trip. And I've never experienced that before. And I'm not blaming the cannabis. It had to have been my state of mind before I went into it in conjunction with the cannabis, but it was just not a good time whatsoever. I ended up calling a friend just to get me back in reality, because my mind had become too active and I was thinking of really like not nice things about myself to myself. So, yeah, people are important, even if you just go out and talk to a stranger or something. And no, yeah, I don't drink, actually. I am an alcoholic, and I quit drinking August 1st of 2020. I have a lot of people, family members in my life that are alcoholics, and in particular, my sister had been in some crazy ass shit had happened in her life. And if you were to look at my life at the time that I quit drinking, you may not have even thought that there was a problem, but I can tell you for myself, I did not have a healthy relationship with alcohol at that time. I thought about it all the time. When can I drink? How much can I drink? Is there going to be drinking there? And so I just picked a date and I didn't look back. And that was August 1st, 2020. And incidentally, the August 1st, I'm 99.9% sure it was a Friday. Maybe it was a Saturday. I think maybe it was a Saturday. And that Monday, which was August 3rd, was the day that my grandmother died. And I remember negotiating with myself because I had just quit drinking. It had only been a few days. I knew I was going to be around family, and all of my family drinks into excess. And so I thought, well, fuck, may as well join them. You know what I mean? But then I thought about it, and this was probably my soul that was talking at the time, but I thought about it and I'm like, what is the best way to properly process something? It surely and certainly isn't under the influence. Like, alcohol is an inhibitor. And I'm so thankful that I did not allow myself, I didn't give myself a cop-out or a hall pass to drink because the day felt hard or sad. Yeah. And ironically enough, like 2 months later, I decided to get a kitten. I'd never had a cat before, and for whatever reason, I really wanted a cat. And so I look on Craigslist. 2 hours later, I'm driving up to go get this kitten, and I get her home. I get a vet appointment, and her birthday was supposed to be something like mid-July. But at the vet, they were like, your little kitty is so tiny, to help us with the vaccine schedule, we're just going to give her a birthday of August 3rd. And I just thought that was so kismet. It was like fate that the day that my grandmother died, incidentally, became the birth of my cat. And I love my kitty cat so much. So, yeah. But I will say, on the whole, Earth, it's a highly addictive planet. I don't care what your addiction is, Earth is highly addictive. And we all have them. We all have addictions of some sort. I don't care what it is. There's compulsions, that we all have. And that's okay. That's what we're here to learn about ourselves. So, I actually had this interesting idea about addiction recently. I was watching a YouTube short, and it was some sort of an addiction podcast. Like, that was the whole platform, was about addiction and recovery and people's lives, trial and error. And the woman on, I think she was some sort of addiction specialist, and she was talking about rock bottom or boundaries in particular, and like not giving them a place to stay, and as a way to force someone into treatment, right? Not getting them what they needed. And an interesting perspective that she had is she had shared that you may not understand the amount of emotional resentment that you are generating in this person based off of those choices to set the boundaries, and that the emotional resentment can be 10 times more powerful keeping them addicted than you could ever even imagine. You know, you're the reason that they're getting high, and you're the reason, the external blame. I thought that was interesting, an interesting viewpoint for sure. Do y'all have commutes to work? I mean, most of us. Some people can work from home. Mine isn't too bad. It takes me about a half of an hour, give or take, to get to work. Now, in the summer, the traffic is insane. It could take a couple of hours to go like 20 miles. It's wild. Dude, that's so nice. I used to live closer to my work, but I decided I wanted to live in a bigger city. So I moved a little less rurally. So now I have a longer drive, but that's okay. I spend more time at home than I do at work. So it was worth the trade-off for me. Oh, without traffic as well. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I'm like psyching myself to go up there to work. I wait tables in the evenings, and it just emotionally, it takes a lot. If you've never waited tables, people have a lot of needs, especially when they're hungry. You know what I mean? So, all right, y'all, I'm getting ready to sign off because I'm getting close to work. But before I head out, I have a call. Oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I got your back too in any way that I can. Before I head out here though, my call to action today, yesterday was to do something courageous. Today, if you're watching this now, or you watch it later, my call to action is to be consistent. I can imagine that there are ideas running through your brain, and maybe some of the ideas aren't even necessary. Like, I used to deal a lot with disordered eating, and I used to obsess really about activity, like physically working out, or what I was going to eat. That's not a type of consistency that I'm talking about. But something that would get you excited or get you through a threshold. Be consistent. Make tiny choices that will get you towards your dreams. I promise you, on the other side is going to be the frequency of gratitude and joy. Whatever it is you're avoiding, there is some sort of gift on the other side, for sure, for you. And Zombie Parks, I love you too. Aw. Oh, it's morning time for you. That's like you, Abdul, you could be a poet. And maybe you are someone who uses their words. But that was like a poem that you just wrote for me, for everyone here. I'm going to show you one more little view because I just love the trees. I am in the woods, folks. That is where we are. Gosh, isn't that stunning? It is to me. I love where I live. Alrighty, y'all. I'm almost to work. I love you very, very much. Hi, Amit. I'm just heading out here, but dude, Zombie Parks, ditto. I appreciate you in ways that I'm sure I can't even comprehend in this moment. You know what I mean? So, and you know what's wild? It's 3:45 where I am, and it's 3:45 p.m. where I am, and the sun has almost set. It's getting dark. Oh. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. 5:45. So you must be